So far away, Lucas, what are we talking about on today's episode of Wiki Weekdays Ends Wednesdays? Sundays?
We're talking about everyone's favourite synthezoid.
Yeah, Vision. So far away, Lucas, as you often do, would you like to let the lovely audience at home know what the topic of today's Wiki Weekend is, more specifically?
Yeah, so, we've already talked about Wanda, and now it's time to talk about Vision.
Yeah, and no spoilers for WandaVision. I'm not sure when this episode is going to go out, but there's no spoilers for WandaVision. We just thought, people are interested in the character, so fuck it. That's what we're covering today. And Lucas, thoughts on Vision?
Vision is very cool, but I don't think he's one of my favourites because obviously he's just kind of got to be that not I was about to say morally ambiguous character, but kind of the opposite. He's got to be like that paragon. Yeah,
he's like too goody two shoes, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
He also, as well, is very clearly just the character like we need to depower this character straight away.
Yeah.
Like, is it Infinity War? Within 3 seconds, he gets stabbed. I can no longer phase. Oh, you mean that broken ass ability that could fix every problem in this film? Awesome. Because if he could just turn intangible, Thanos couldn't have got him.
Exactly, and they come up with phase-locking weapons instead. It's like, all right, okay, cool.
It's like, okay, you didn't want to write an interesting solution to this problem, so you just got rid of it. Anyway, we're not talking about Vision in the MCU. We're talking about Vision in the Marvel Comics. And you can find a link to the wiki entry we're reading below. And we'll start, as we often do, at the beginning. Oh, man, let's look at the picture of Vision. He's a robot, but he's got abs. Why does a robot need abs? Anyway, here we go. So, Vision, real name, The Vision. Inapplicable brain patterns based on those of Wonder Man and Alex Lipton. So he's already got a different backstory than the MCU.
Oh, okay.
Because the MCU is like, a combination of Jarvis, Ultron, Tony Stark, and Bruce Banner, is it?
Yeah, like they all come together to end up making Vision in the end, yeah.
And we have here, current alias, Vision, aliases, Alex Lipton, the Ghost of Stone.
Ooh.
That sounds like a fucking Skyrim character. That's so cool. That's a band. I'm nicking that as my band name, called it. Jim Hammond, The Mannequin, Victor Shade, and Yellow Jacket. So, not many band names, but fucking Ghost of Stone is so fucking strong. I don't mind.
Yeah, that's a real good one.
And we have here, relatives, Hank Pym, the creator of his creator, and it has in parentheses, paternal grandfather, really. I get it, yeah. Like my granddad helped create my dad. That does not mean he's the creator of my creator. Fucking hell. Ultron, creator / father. It's like, oh god, he's a robot. Robots don't have dads. Education, capacity for creative intelligence, and unlimited self-motivated activity, so he can know what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing he's not very motivated like a lot of us are right now. I'm stood in a fucking hoodie and a band t-shirt reading a wiki entry. Motivation's gone out the window, folks. Height, 6'3". Ooh, I'm the same height as Vision. Weight, 300 pounds, but I'm not the same weight as Vision, thankfully. And at normal density, up to 90 tons. Eyes, gold. Hair, no hair. Skin, red. Oh, man. Have you seen no spoilers for WandaVision on this, but have you seen the posters with Paul Bettany in the Vision makeup, and he's wearing a shirt, and you can see from the button on his sleeves that he's not got the makeup all the way up his arms. So they fucked up the makeup on Paul Bettany so it doesn't look right. Origin, a synthezoid built by Ultron and Phineas T. Horton using parts of the original Human Torch. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh, he's like RoboCop. Modified Horton cells allowing to alter his density. Brain patterns partially based on those of Wonder Man. Formerly a cyborg when merged with Wonder Man. That is a metal fucking origin. You are a synthezoid, which is already an awesome word, built upon the remains of a dead superhero. That's metal.
Yeah.
And Lucas, before we get to what is normally the fun stuff on Wiki Weekends, the powers and abilities, would you like to hear a quote from Vision?
Hell yeah.
Once I imagined, perhaps hoped, that in some way I was Simon Williams. I am not. What difference if I have the same brainwaves? I am unique. I am the Vision. And thus, I am content. So he is RoboCop. He's coming to terms with his humanity and realising that he's his own individual. Good for you, Vision. Good for you. So we have here powers. The Vision possesses a number of superhuman powers, ultimately derived from his artificial substance and metabolism. The Vision's android body is a functioning replica of a human body containing analogues to virtually all human organs, blood, and tissue composed of an unrevealed synthetic organic-like substance, which basically means they don't want to explain what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever we read something in one of these entries that's like, oh, it's unknown, it means a comic writer wasn't smart enough to explain it, or wasn't confident enough to try and explain it, and not be corrected by a fucking nerd, and I respect that.
And it's weird, isn't it, that, oh, okay, we have the ability to make a robot like Ultron that is perfectly, working and fine, but fuck it, when we make Vision, we're just going to put organs inside.
Also, as well, you've got Vision. It's like he's made of an unknown substance, and he lives in the same world as Reed Richards, who knows everything. Anyway, this substance mimics all the functions of human tissue, but it is several times as strong, durable, and resilient. Well, yeah, he's a fucking robot. He's made of metal. Computer brain. The Vision's brain functions like a computer, enabling him to interact wirelessly or directly with other computer systems to utilize or extract data from them, which can be stored in his data banks. It should just say Robo-Brain. He has used these abilities to disable the Avengers' security systems and gain direct control of the world's nuclear weapon systems. Oh! It's a bad day to piss off Vision there, isn't it? So he's Skynet. He's Skynet Robocop. He's Robocop if instead of like OCP programming, he would just program fucking Skynet. He is also able to receive transmissions from other computers if he establishes and maintains a connection. For example, with the Avengers computers in their base of operations. Oh, that's rough. He's not as strong as other characters, but just the direct interface with all computers in a world where Tony Stark exists is fucking frightening. Considering, the robot shit Tony Stark makes. Like, the Iron Legion is, controlled by a computer, meaning Vision can take control of that.
Of course you can, yeah.
Superhuman intelligence. The Vision has a vast amount of information, possibly an entire library's worth, stored inside his computer brain, which you can refer to at any time. He's also capable of rapid analysis of huge amounts of data. Citation needed.
I
love when you get shit like that.
I'm really confused because a library's worth is not a measurement because libraries don't all have the same amount of information. I
think it just means a lot.
It does, yeah.
If you went into a library, he has the knowledge containing every book therein, and thanks to his super powerful computer brain, could probably absorb many times more information than that. But if he can just access a computer, it's just a Wikipedia.
But that's the thing. He presumably has access to the internet. Meaning, he might not store all that information, but he has access to it all.
Yeah, so nanite body. After his Ultron Imperative Protocol became active, the Vision spent hours absorbing solar radiation. Is he fucking Superman now? And gathering raw materials to recreate his body so that it would be made entirely out of nanobots. Oh my god, he's got nanomachines. Lucas nanomachines, son. We Metal Gear Revengeance now. He's Senator Armstrong. He's Armstrong in it.
Oh, God.
This enabled him to disassemble into a stream of millions of nanites, enabling him to fit and travel through extremely small spaces, such as a wire. So the Vision can break himself down into millions of tiny robots.
I love it.
How would you so he's the T-1000?
Yeah, true, yeah.
He's Robocop T-1000.
Superman as well. Just throw Superman in.
Fucking hell. The Vision, man, he's terrifying. Each nanite carries a copy of the Vision's AI programming. So each one of those millions of nanites possesses, all the intelligence of the original Vision.
Oh god, he's Margin Boo as well.
It possibly enabling him to scatter and reconstruct a brand new body from a single unit. So he's Cell. He's not Margin Boo, Lucas, he's Cell. Do you know where Cell gets obliterated and there's one cell left and he just regenerates from that? Vision can do that. It also allows him to capitalise on his natural cyberpathic and technopathic manipulation capabilities by disassembling and infiltrating systems and rewiring from the inside out via his near atomic scale. So he can just crawl into a machine and reprogram it to do his own bidding. And then if you try and kill him, he can come back from a single nanite that is the size of an atom.
I was going to say, it's not exactly easy to tell whether you've destroyed a nanite or not.
Exactly, that's what happens to Cell, innit? Oh, yeah. We definitely got him and he comes back. Well, then, because he's fucking, got Saiyan Cell, he's got the Zenkai boost. If they say on I tell you what, I'm going to lose my shit if one day we're covering a Marvel character and it says they've got a Zenkai boost. I will lose my fucking shit. Because how many times have Marvel characters died? Holographic manipulation. The Vision can generate holograms to disguise himself as a human wearing a trench coat. Why a trench coat?
Yeah,
Is that
never get it.
Why? It's like when the Ninja Turtles wear trench coats. It's like you're giant fucking turtles with ninja weapons.
Like, have you ever seen a person wearing one of those hats and a tan trench coat and not thought you look dodgy as fuck?
You are the most suspicious looking motherfucker. He says he can also do that to render himself invisible, which I'd argue is more useful, but whatever. As well, he can sink down to the size of an atom. Like, he can crawl in through your tear ducts and fuck you up.
Oh, God, yeah.
So imagine that. Do you know that scene from The Mummy where you get like millions of scarabs?
Oh, no.
Don't.
I hate that scene, Karl.
Yeah, everyone hates that scene, which is why I'm bringing it up. Now imagine that, but they're not scarabs, they're tiny robots, and they can crawl in through your pores on your skin. Exactly. Superhuman durability. He can become extraordinarily massive and harder than a diamond. At maximum mass, the Vision weighs approximately 90 tons.
That's a solid man right there.
That is. I hope as well when he's that heavy, he's just still the same Vision.
Yeah.
Intangibility. The Vision can use his density control offensively by attaining, and I quote, minimum density, aka intangibility, passing a part or all of his body within another living being, and ever so slightly increasing his density, enabling him to direct that living being's actions.
Oh, no.
So that means he can possess you. He's a robot ghost.
Yeah.
So he can like become intangible and enter your body and then control your movements.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Even increasing his density to 1/2 ounce is sufficient to cause an organism he passes through excruciating pain.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of those things in fiction, isn't it, where someone has intangibility and they just shove their hand in someone's chest.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't imagine anything in superhero media more threatening than that moment. Like, I would rather like square down with Superman than be stood there as like Shadowcat has her hand inside my chest. I'd be like, no, I can't. No, I'll do whatever you want. Because I do not want to know what it feels like when you grab my heart inside my chest and squeeze.
Or do the Neo, just like resuscitate you. Ugh.
Oh god, it must hurt so fucking much. It says here, oh god, he can pass through the central nervous system, cause excruciating pain, or render you unconscious. The shock is usually so great that it outright kills the organism if the organic damage was not extensive enough to kill them in itself. According to the Vision, he employs his power of extreme caution. No shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The power to instantly like incapacitate, debilitate, or kill someone with a simple gesture. Yeah, that's something you should use like great caution when using.
Yeah, probably.
There appears to be no limit to the amount of time he can remain in any given altered state of density. So he can just stay intangible forever.
Unless you've got, plot knives.
Yeah, plot knives hit you in the chest. Which is presumably why they had to nerf him. Yeah. He was too good. Because like Thanos could not have touched him because he could have just hidden inside the Earth. It's like Vision could have just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to fly to the center of the Earth and wait it out. You let me know when you get him." He could have done that. He should realistically have done that.
I mean, he could have done, but at the same time, like Thanos controls time and reality.
Yeah, fair enough. But you have that great scene where like Hawkeye tries to fight him.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking Hawkeye, what are you gonna do? Yeah. And the Vision just passes through him, grabs him over the shoulder and just pulls him down, and that's it. Game over. Solar radiation absorption. So he's Superman. The solar gem on the Vision's brow, so it's not an Infinity Stone in the comics, it's a solar gem. Mm-hmm. It allows him to absorb ambient solar energy that his body is able to convert directly into usable forms by a process not unlike photosynthesis, but with a 99% efficiency. The solar ray absorption process occurs constantly, even at night, which sounds stupid, but there is some light on Earth. Like obviously, because that moonlight is just the sun. It's light reflecting off the fucking moon. So yeah, it makes sense. But it just sounds funny. He can absorb solar radiation even at night. Thus, the jewel absorbs solar energy most expediently when the Vision utilises it at some superhuman level of exertion. While the Vision does not require food or beverage to survive, he's capable of consuming or utilising them for short-term energy. So he doesn't need, so basically Superman, he doesn't need to eat, but he can, because he has the organs to do so.
Exactly, yeah.
So we have here solar energy beam, so he's got solar beam, fucking he'd be great in Pokemon. He can channel limited amounts of solar energy back through the gem on his forehead at will, creating a narrow, hot beam of infrared and microwave radiation. The beam can be controlled within a temperature range of 500 to 30,000 degrees Fahrenheit. At maximum temperature, the Vision can melt through a 1-inch plate of steel in seconds. Weaknesses. Here we go, rigidity. Well, not according to Wanda, I'd imagine, but the Vision is capable of increasing his density past the point where his muscles can exert enough power to move his body. Over a certain threshold, it becomes more and more difficult for the Vision to move his exceedingly massive frame. Oh, okay, so he becomes so massive and so dense that it requires energy to move. Because obviously, if your muscles, like the muscle sinew you have, is as hard as diamond, it's going to require a lot of force to flex those muscles, which makes sense. At his maximum density of 90 tons, the Vision becomes literally immovable and is effectively immobilized in place until he chooses to reduce his density back to a more comfortable level.
Still, though, being a 90-ton diamond hard human being that can't move sounds pretty tough.
What he does is he flies into the air, like weightless, and then turns like 90 tons and then just drops.
Just does an elbow drop on you.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, but he puts himself into the elbow drop position and then does it. Somehow, the Vision, though he has a mechanical brain, was once successfully drugged with the same knockout drug that took out Hawkeye and the Black Panther.
What?
So even though he's got a robot brain, you can knock him out with drugs.
Cool.
Then we have here trivia. The Vision's citizenship is undetermined due to the fact that as an Avenger, he was granted only provisional citizenship to the US.
So he technically just doesn't belong to anywhere.
Yeah. He's a man without an identity. Oh, but yeah, man, not bad. Not as strong as Wanda, which means that in the comics, Vision was fucking swinging, and I respect that. I respect any man who swings.